Yeah. It's a pleasure to have you, Yuhui.
My pleasure.
So when you first started, there was a time that you couldn't sell. You had very few followers, 5 to say?
5 or 4, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see a point of making that effort, and why did you carry on? What made you carry on?
I wasn't myself at the beginning when I was trying to sell goods to viewers in front of a screen. I belittled myself. I thought that was meaningless because I used to be a teacher, an English teacher, for 8 years. So I defined myself as someone who spread the knowledge and what ambition, what mission they should to make for the future. I am not the person to yell in front of screen. That wasn't something a teacher should do.
You don't take pride in what you had to do.
I didn't find the turning point, even though the world was changing for me, collapsed and reconstructed again. I didn't realize that. I was too obsessed with my past. Until one day, I learned the story behind the farm product from Gansu province. A small county, young people go to big cities for better jobs. The elderly, lack of care, and they still need to work in the fields. So I suddenly realized that, yeah, that was me. Come on, you were from a certain kind of village, just like that, a small county, just like that. You tried hard, you learned a lot, and then now you have the chance to do the right thing. Why are you hesitating for a long time? So I suddenly realized that I cannot be obsessed with my past as a teacher. I do enjoy it, but when you have no choice, make your current choice correct.
So when you were making that transformation, what was the most difficult thing for you?
How do I define myself? Yeah. How I define myself is the major key for my work. Because who do you think you are? And what do you think you are? I think this is the 2 major questions everybody should consider.
Yeah, but now how would you describe yourself? If you were to use just one word to identify what you're doing right now, would it be a teacher, an influencer, an e-commerce salesperson, or something else? What would it be?
I was an English teacher, but now, to be honest, I am a promoter.
A promoter.
But I try to be an influencer in the future. That's totally different. I don't think I'm an influencer currently.
Not yet?
Not yet. If you want to be an influencer, you need to pay too much attention to what you are trying to spread. Because if people adore you, people will learn to be you.
But an influencer is what exactly a lot of followers consider you to be, because they think that you create a different vibe in your live streaming sessions and you get a lot of messages across, not just the products themselves, but also, you know, there's a sense of complexity, sophistication, and you know, the depths in the meaning. I
tried to convey something like was positive, energetic. We face challenges in the life, but we cannot be upset all the time. I read feedbacks from the internet that people with very serious mental disease watched our live stream studio, and after like months or half a year or a whole year, they recovered. Sometimes we may face that kind of challenge too in life. We worry. You need a reason. Some people can find this reason on their own way, but still a lot of people, they may need to be kindly reminded, be repeatedly encouraged.
Are you being more careful than when you started?
Definitely, definitely. Social media, sometimes your language and your expression can be misunderstood, very easily misunderstood on the internet.
Especially since now you have so many followers.
Especially every word you say, every sentence you talk can be interpreted, you know. And definitely we have not the second chance.
What are some of the qualifications that you think are important for your peers?
Well, We are not sellers. We get attention, very much attention. When you have people's attention, you need to cherish the time they spent with you. What kind of values, what kind of knowledge, what you are trying to spread.
What more does it take to become an influencer?
You need to achieve something I haven't.
Such as?
Such as, like, I define myself as a man from the village, and I try to help the farmers, the low-income class, which is highly related to the land. I can help farmers by introducing or selling agricultural products, but we've just started. This is the only beginning.
So I want to ask you this, Yuhui. Your responsibility of helping farmers, is this your way of staying connected to your roots?
Definitely.
Are you trying to give back something to the land where you grew up?
You know, I grew up in a rural village, and I spent my previous 18 years in that village. So I know the life. I know they work really hard to get very poor income. So it's not all about the selling things. Sometimes the consumers and the providers of agricultural product, they have no simultaneous information exchange. You need to make it balanced. You need to make the profit, more profit into the farmers. When people need to buy something, people want cheaper price. But to be honest, the cheaper price always means
Bad quality?
I'm trying to use another word, but yes, if we want lower price for agricultural products all the time, those who have no right to speak for themselves, they will suffer the most.
What do you envision to be the future of the e-commerce industry?
I don't know. To be honest, I'm not a business leader. I'm just a lucky young person. But in my opinion, e-commerce is just a different way, a different approach. You need to improve the quality, you need to improve the industry standards, you need to build the whole line and to sell things at a proper price, because the business industry, they still need profit to make improvements, to pay the workers.
Yeah. But then you found a way to associate or to transfer what you did in the past. How do you interpret your own success?
First, how do you define success? If you define yourself as a successful person, you need to achieve something which can be beneficial to yourself and to others. I am not successful because who I am. I am lucky for who I am and what I am.
Your rise in popularity, did you see this coming?
We were like walking in a total darkness with no hint, with no hope, with no reinforcement.
There was no direction.
No direction. At the beginning, my introduction, like 10% was about the product. Other than that, I told something about the like literature, geography, history, poetry, which they didn't care.
Your audience didn't care.
At that time, nobody cared. Until one day, last June 9th, that morning, magically,
just overnight,
thousands,
miraculous.
Thousands of people flooded in, and they seemed to be interested about my introduction, about Shakespeare. You know, I was reading Shakespeare's poem, sonnet. Shall I compare thee to the summer's day? Thou art more lovely. They were interested. I didn't know the reason why.
And that was your magic moment.
Totally magical moment, for no reason. I cannot figure out the reason until now, so I can say I'm lucky.
You keep saying you're the lucky person, but then for some, you seem to be the gifted person, because there are so many people like you,
I'm not gifted.
English speaking, and then having who used to be a teacher. And then, did you take a lot of effort to look effortless?
I don't think I am gifted. No, I'm not talented. I started to learn English in my junior high. At that time, I cannot spell the 26
letters
in the alphabet. You know, I even made mistakes about them. So I was very angry about myself with too much frustration. I tried to memorize the words and I tried to write them down on my hand. You know, when I walk on the way, I see and I memorize. I try to repeat all the time. Elephants, restaurant. Stupid, right? But that was what I chose. So, do you still think I'm talented or gifted? No, come on.
You turned down many better paid job offers. Why did you do that?
I didn't need them. I didn't need them. This is my first reaction to the offer. Yeah, very highly paid. Very highly paid, you know. But I don't need that. I mean, I have a clear intuition that if I get too much, I need to work too much. I may need to persuade people to buy too much things that they don't need. Well, this is definitely against to my values, which is wrong to me. I cannot convince myself to do that. Very simple reason. And also, there are many companions who I like working with here.
Does your current job make you happy?
A part of, yeah. I cannot say the whole thing, no. I don't enjoy selling people things, honestly. Still. I cannot enjoy people buy too much things just because they love me.
You consider that a bad thing?
That is definitely vicious. That is not correct. I cannot take merit from that process. Buying things necessary makes your life good. But buying too much things which you don't need sucks.
The value you mentioned, once you could exert a certain influence on people and to really promote your values. But then what are some of the values that you hold dear to and you're trying to promote to your followers?
My values mainly come from my education and also a major part from my family, from my parents. First, you need to have a correct attitude towards your life. Like, money is not the major thing, or money is not the first and the most important thing in your life. But telling people these points is not easy, to be honest.
It is becoming increasingly difficult, right? Because people now are enjoying greater material affluence and then they tend to live a fast-paced life. It takes them a lot of effort to really slow down.
Yeah, I mean, enough material support is beneficial to your life. I admit, for everybody. But you know, if you want to be really rich, people worry. When you do want something very much, it makes you unhappy, makes you hesitate, and makes you make really bad choice for your life. So this is the first thing. I mean, money is good, but you still need to think clear what do you want for your life. People are too busy to read a book, to enjoy that afternoon just with a companion of several books. So they need to manage their life.
Yeah, you just talked about reading books, literature, and that really has shaped you in a great way. Do you still take pleasure in reading now that your schedule is packed with traveling,
Definitely.
interviews? Yeah.
I enjoy reading.
Do you still find peace in reading?
Yeah, I should say this can be my only way to find peace for my life currently. Reading books constructs a bridge between you and other people, you know. So books makes my life rich. So last year, I tried to introduce a good book to others, which is called 而孤纳河右岸. I had only some 18 or 17 years for this life. The continents, the stages, but I can experience them, I can feel them from the books. And also sometimes books can give you like strength, give you confidence, give you ideas. Basically, I think it can give you most of the things you need other than money, you know.
Just like the English writer Somerset Maugham has said that, you know, to acquire the habit of reading is to some extent construct for yourself a refuge from different miseries of life.
Yeah, we are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at stars. Books are the stars.
A lot of viewers like you because they see there's a strong sense of cultural identity. What does the Chinese culture or the Chinese identity signify to you? Why are they important for the younger generation that you're interacting with?
I am born and raised in this country with its tradition, with its cultural identity. I am a Chinese first. The books about Confucius, they benefited me the most when I was a child. When I say open-minded to others, I actually mean you need to accept any kind of feedbacks from the internet, from the environment you are in. On the internet, you find most of things are superficial, basically showing off, very stupid repetition of some kind of gestures. I don't think it's meaningful. Sometimes we are too sensitive. I don't want to be criticized. I just want to be flattered. I just want to be praised. Come on, stupid. I am not perfect. After you realize that you are not perfect, you get confidence, to be honest. But you still need to stick to your own principle. You cannot be changed very easily. Now you are brave to face anything. Say anything you want.
So in a way, you are becoming more mature of accepting criticism compared to when you were a teacher.
Definitely, yeah. You can still find it very like unfriendly feedbacks from the internet for me. Okay, I heard it, I saw it, I know, I don't care. I am still me, myself. There was a person who typed, "You are so ugly, why are you here? You are so ugly, why are you here?" for a whole night.
Did that hurt your feelings?
At first, yeah. But I realized, yeah, I wasn't good looking at all. I mean,
but then once you joked on your live streaming show that some followers say that you resemble the terracotta warriors.
Yeah. I do like a terracotta warrior, which is my privilege, because definitely my privilege, you know?
That's certainly a nice way of
when you see
handling
me, you see history, okay? I don't care. You are not perfect too, come on.
And then
You're just being mean, I'm just being kind.
And you become free of all the biases. There's a lot of discussion right now about the involution of this generation, which is characterized by fast-paced lifestyle and fierce competition with your peers. And already at a very young age, people are tired and lost. What would be your advice to this generation, to this involution generation?
Well, first, you need to be focused. At most conditions, people are distracted by too many advices, by too many proposals, and by too many ideas. I don't think we need to know too much. When you think too much, you act too little. So be focused, be simple-minded. Second, you need to be determined. We don't know what kind of a future life holds for you. You can hesitate, you can doubt yourself, but please do not stop, okay? Continue to move. Don't give up easily. I don't say never stop. Don't give up easily. We live in an age when everything changes so fast. Please do not predict the future. Shape the future or make the future. Don't expect yourself to make the correct choice all the time, but please follow the trend faster. And third, I think you do need to be open-minded and to collect your ideas, to put your words in your way instead of listening to too many voices from around, because everybody is trying to tell you what you should do, but that is your life. You need to make your own choice.
And men are constantly searching for meaning. There needs to be a sense of purpose to keep you going, to keep you strong. Have you found that purpose?
I think so. I think so. Making more people's life better with my own ability provides meaning to me. Well, from my previous education, I think I'm a person with mission. The previous literati in history told you that if you're still poor, please manage your life very well. But if you have the chance to do something, benefit yourself and others, I still consider the chance, my fame, or the social attention paid to me. That was something the fate has chosen to give me and make me to do correct things instead of to make profit for myself. For a reason, come on, I am not so good looking, I'm not tall, I'm handsome, not handsome. Why that was me? There gotta be a reason why I was the chosen one.
And finally, Hui, if you were to introduce yourself to a global audience who may not be that familiar with you in a few sentences, what would you say about yourself?
A young man with not very good English, especially my accents and pronunciation and grammatical mistake. I'm sorry. Yeah, you suffered a lot in this interview. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time and for sharing with us all the thoughts, your struggles, especially over the year, and the things that you still insist on doing.
Well, I want to explain for my behavior. You may find it strange, but I don't think define or introduce myself is useful. You cannot make people believe who you are by introducing yourself. People believe who you are from their dimension. They define you by what you do. This is definitely important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.